The 1959 Ford Fairlane stands as an iconic representation of the late 1950s American automotive industry, a time when car manufacturers were competing to create vehicles that embodied style, power, and luxury. The Fairlane was introduced by Ford in 1955 and named after Henry Ford's estate, Fairlane, located in Dearborn, Michigan. By 1959, it had evolved into a statement of both engineering capability and aesthetic appeal, showcasing a unique blend of bold design, innovative features, and performance. The 1959 model year marked the final iteration of the first-generation Fairlane, and it reflected the peak of 1950s automotive styling with its pronounced tailfins, wide-body stance, and excessive use of chrome. This was an era when American cars were as much a symbol of prosperity and optimism as they were a means of transportation. The Fairlane captured that sentiment perfectly, standing out with its distinctive design elements that exuded confidence and flair. One of the most notable features of the 1959 Ford Fairlane was its size. Cars of the 1950s were getting larger, and the Fairlane followed suit with its long, wide body and spacious interior. It was available in multiple body styles, including sedans, hardtops, convertibles, and station wagons, offering versatility to suit a range of customer preferences. Each body style had its own charm, but the two-door hardtop and convertible versions remain especially popular among collectors today due to their sleek profiles. The front end of the 1959 Fairlane was dominated by a wide grille adorned with chrome, flanked by dual headlamps that were becoming a standard feature on American cars of the time. The large, wraparound windshield enhanced visibility and added to the car's futuristic appearance, a design trait influenced by the growing fascination with space exploration. The rear of the car featured prominent tailfins, an essential element of 1950s car design, along with round taillights that gave the car a distinctive and easily recognizable look on the road. Under the hood, the 1959 Ford Fairlane offered several engine options to cater to different performance needs. The base model came with a 223 cubic inch inline-six engine, providing adequate power for everyday driving. For those seeking more performance, Ford offered a range of V8 engines, including the 292 cubic inch Y-block V8 and the more powerful 332 cubic inch and 352 cubic inch V8s. The top-tier 352 cubic inch V8, part of Ford's Interceptor series, delivered robust power and torque, making the Fairlane capable of brisk acceleration despite its size. Transmission options included a standard 3-speed manual, with an optional overdrive feature, as well as the Fordomatic automatic transmission for those who preferred a smoother driving experience. The availability of automatic transmission reflected the growing demand for convenience in the automotive market, as more drivers sought cars that required less effort to operate. One of the key reasons for the Fairlane's popularity was its combination of luxury and affordability. While it wasn't positioned as Ford's top-of-the-line model, that title belonged to the Galaxy, introduced in 1959, the Fairlane offered a high level of comfort and style at a more accessible price point. The interiors were well appointed with bench seating, two-tone upholstery, and chrome accents. The dashboard featured clear instrumentation and a symmetrical design that balanced function and aesthetics. Safety features in the 1959 Fairlane, like most cars of its time, were minimal compared to modern standards. Seat belts were not yet mandatory, and crumple zones were an unfamiliar concept. However, the sturdy body-on-frame construction provided a sense of security, and Ford was beginning to promote safety features like deep-dish steering wheels and padded dashboards to minimize injury in the event of an accident. The driving experience of the 1959 Ford Fairlane was characterized by its smooth ride and comfortable handling. Thanks to its substantial weight and well-tuned suspension, the car absorbed road imperfections effectively, providing a cushioned ride over long distances. Steering was light but not particularly precise by today's standards, a common trait of large cars from the era. Braking performance was adequate, though drum brakes all around meant that brake fade could become an issue during prolonged use. In the context of American culture, the 1959 Ford Fairlane holds a special place as a symbol of a bygone era. The late 1950s were a time of post-war prosperity when the American dream seemed within reach for many families. Cars were more than just transportation, they were a status symbol, a source of pride, and a reflection of personal taste. The Fairlane fit this narrative perfectly, offering a blend of style, performance, and practicality that appealed to a wide audience. Today, the 1959 Ford Fairlane is a sought-after classic car among collectors and enthusiasts. Its timeless design, coupled with its historical significance, makes it a valuable addition to vintage car collections. Restoring a Fairlane can be a rewarding project, as parts availability remains relatively good due to the car's popularity. However, finding a well-preserved, original example can be challenging, as many cars from this era were subjected to harsh driving conditions and the ravages of time. The classic car community often celebrates the 1959 Fairlane at car shows, where it continues to draw admiration for its design and nostalgic appeal. Enthusiasts appreciate the craftsmanship and attention to detail that went into cars of this era, from the intricate chrome trim to the bold color combinations that defined 1950s automotive fashion. Restored models often fetch high prices at auctions, particularly those with rare options or factory original features. Maintenance of a 1959 Ford Fairlane requires a mix of dedication and mechanical knowledge. While the car's mechanical components are relatively straightforward compared to modern vehicles, finding certain original parts can be a challenge. Enthusiast forums and classic car clubs often serve as valuable resources for sourcing parts and sharing maintenance tips. Many owners take pride in keeping their Fairlanes as close to factory original condition as possible, though restomod versions with modern drivetrain components and upgraded suspension are also popular. Fuel efficiency was not a primary concern in the 1950s, and the Fairlane reflects that reality. With its large V8 engines and hefty weight, the car consumes fuel at a rate that would be considered inefficient by modern standards. However, for most classic car owners, the joy of driving a piece of automotive history outweighs concerns about fuel economy. The legacy of the 1959 Ford Fairlane endures not only because of its distinctive design but also because of the memories and emotions it evokes. For many, it represents a simpler time when cars were built with personality and character. The sound of a rumbling V8 engine, the feel of a bench seat, and the sight of gleaming chrome under the sun evoke nostalgia for an era when the journey was just as important as the destination. In film and media, cars like the Fairlane are often used to depict the 1950s and early 1960s, further cementing their place in popular culture. They serve as a visual reminder of America's automotive golden age, a time when bigger was better and style was paramount. As time goes on, the 1959 Ford Fairlane continues to be celebrated by car enthusiasts and collectors alike. Its blend of style, performance, and cultural significance ensures that it remains a cherished part of automotive history. Whether displayed at a car show, driven down a sunny boulevard, or preserved in a private collection, the Fairlane stands as a testament to the artistry and ambition of mid-century American car design.